we have our Audition window open, and we have our tracks labeled for what kind of sound files we want in them. Now we have to import some audio so we can start importing media into the project and editing, cutting it up and moving it around. So there are a few different ways to import audio into your project. The most direct one is just go up here to the File tab, go to Import, click on File, then you look for your folder, Audio Assignment 1, there it is. I got my media folder. Let's see, what do I want to do first? I'll get an interview, and then I'm going to click Open. All right, and then next I'm going to say, this was interview 1, so I'll just put this in this track for now. Uh-oh, it's giving me a little message. Let's see what it says. The sample rate of the inserted file does not match the sample rate of the session. Press OK to make a copy of the file, which will then be conformed to match the sample rate of the session. So this is perfectly fine. If you get this window, just click OK. I'm just going to take a minute to explain what's happening here. So the iPhone voice memo file is an M4A file, which is, if you see here, the sample rate is a little different than what Audition wants to work with. So what Audition is being very polite, and it's offering to make a copy of this file that it can work with. So even though we imported this M4A file, it created this .wav file, and this .wav file is what it's going to put into track 1, or interview 1, my interview 1 track. Just want to clarify that because it's creating a new file, and that means it created a new folder to put that file in. So I started off, I had a project file. Oh, let me just back up a second here. So when I started off, I made an Audio Assignment 1 file with a media folder and a project file folder. It's a tongue twister. And then inside that, when I created a session, it created the Audio Assignment 1 folder. And within that, it has here the .sesx file, which is the Adobe Audition multi-track session. Now, when I tried to drag in the M4A file into the track, it made that .wav file, and when it did so, it saved it. It created this conformed files folder. I did not make this folder, Audition did, and it created these two files, this .wav and .pkf. Now I'm explaining this not to confuse you, but to help you out if you ever can't find this folder, because sometimes Audition loses track of where your files are and needs a little help, and you might need to just locate it. So I'm just explaining that it creates this new file, conformed files, within the folder that it saves your audio multi-track session folder. Okay, so that is one way to import audio. Now let's go to a second way, which is maybe a little faster. I'm going here into the Files window, and I'm doing my right click. I'm going to import, and then I'm just going to find it, see where it is. I'm going to my media folder, interview, let's see, Nat Sound. So Walden talking about bagels. Oh, I don't need to drag it. I just need to click open. So this is Nat Sound, so I'm going to put this in here. Oh, same thing. Just going to click OK. It's creating a new file. And there we go. You'll notice that Audition color codes your tracks for you, so the files within the tracks have a little color coding. Just makes it a little easier to look at when you have a lot of files. And then let's do another way of importing files, just showing this just to give you an idea of all the things you can do. Sometimes this is the easiest one. You just find it in the Finder window, Sound 2, outside noise, and you can just drag it directly into the track. Same thing here. And it's creating that new file. Okay, so I've imported files. That's how you do it. It lists me the files over here. And if I need to find the file for whatever reason, I can just do this, reveal in Finder, and it'll show me where it is. Okay, so that is importing files.